now, Scott. They can hear us now, but I'm trying to fix the damn thing because Scott comes in, you know, right at the last second, and then he's giving me shit for not having everything set up properly, even though I was waiting on him to get everything set up properly. I don't know what that is. Scott comes in, you know,
why don't you stop crying?
Giving me shit for not having everything set up properly.
Somebody echoing.
Yeah, I just muted it. Sorry, that was me.
That's all right.
I'm almost there.
I figured it was Eric.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay. I got everybody's name set up under their little thing. And
hey,
what?
Scott, you notice 2 people representing tonight.
Oh, I bought that same shirt, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What are you saying? Like I'm an asshole or something?
No. Maybe a dick, never an asshole.
I know, and I forgot to shout you out on the thing. I forgot to shout all you guys out on the.
You sure did. I'm like, damn. Here's, you know, what I'm saying, I'm giving him all this screen
I called
time.
him out on it.
He just don't care.
All right, I'm gonna jump off then. If it's gonna be shit on Scott hour.
Ever normal in the house right there.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Oh, now they see you guys. Just so you know.
It was awesome, man. J-Bo came over and was really complimenting Dylan on like the Tabino caps and all his work.
Hell yeah.
That was really cool.
Hell yeah. Well, we're live. They can actually see us, not just hear us now.
Hey, I want to shout out Cloud King Cody. If you ever are stopped by Wheeling, man, hit me. You can hit me up on Facebook or something, man, because you said you stopped by here ever on your way up to Pittsburgh. That'd be cool, man. Hit me up.
So what's up, boys?
What's up? So, Steve, this is your channel. Why don't you act like it?
Shots fired.
Wow. Damn, man. Straight to the heart, man. Well, since all of you except for me went to Vegas, how was that?
Real quick, before we get into it, I want to send some love and prayers out to the folks in California that are going through what they're going through. It's horrible.
Yep.
Sure, man.
Pretty awful, man.
I know Jeff Henry, who I spoke to, his house is gone.
Oh,
damn.
He reached out to me because I owe him a few things from lists, and I can't send it there. So,
well,
just a quick shout out.
No, I understand. My brother-in-law in California, he's on a ventilator, and they had to evacuate him, so he's stuck in a hospital now because that's the only place that can support the vent.
It's hard. I can't stop it.
Damn, and you know that right in the same area, man. It was the shooting and then the fire. It's just fucked up what they're all having to go through right there, man. And that's not too far from Bill and Chad either.
No.
Listen, it's hit a lot of people, but it's also close to a shit ton of people.
Yeah. Yeah.
So hopefully something that Santa Ana wins, is it? Hopefully that dies down.
Yeah. Well, Scott, appreciate you bringing it up for real.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, a massive shout out to all of the veterans out there.
Yes.
Thank you for your service. I love you guys dearly.
Absolutely. That was a good
shout
one.
out to them, man.
Another good one. Happy Veterans Day, y'all.
Well, all right. So I want to thank everyone for being here. Scott, Bill, sometimes Eric, and Pal. Thank you for being here. And everybody out watching us right now. Yeah, so you guys all went to Vegas. I did not, right? All of you went.
Yep.
So, what are your takeaways from Vegas? Make me feel like I was there.
That CBD is a lot bigger than I thought it was.
Yeah, man, big business.
Listen, that kind, there's CBD e-liquids. I've seen that, but I have not seen half the shit that I saw in Vegas. The massage oils and the body balm and the tattoo cream and everything under the sun.
Have any of you guys tried it?
Yeah,
I tried the lotion, dude, and it's standing. These guys will tell you, standing in Vegas all day at that show does a number on your back. And that night, I put some of that cream on my shoulders, man, and it was just like instant cooling relief.
Well, because I picked up some of the oil and I was gonna try it, but I just haven't got around to it.
It's amazing. in every way. I mean, I'm sure there's different levels of CBD, good, bad, middle of the road. I mean, one of the guys there had a full Walter White meth cooking setup
I saw that.
right in the middle of the show, and it was these guys like they were actually like, weren't they demonstrating how they pull THC out of the flower? Yeah, so it was pretty educational. I mean, I would say more than half the show was CBD.
Yeah, I mean CBD and pod systems. Like when I walked out of that place, it was like, it was 60% CBD pod systems, and probably 30% juice, and then whatever 10% hardware. I mean,
the Modders Gallery was pretty good. That was the best Modders Gallery I've seen at any show.
Yes.
I was gonna say there's a lot of high end names looked like they were there, man. Because I kept seeing like a company from France was there, Alliance Tech, weren't they there?
Yep.
And who else? A lot of people I seen on Facebook going there, and even some of the bigger reviewers were there. Todd from England, wasn't he there?
Mark Todd was there.
I want that too, Eric.
Yeah.
Tony
He gave it to me. I was shocked. We were right there. Bill saw it. I didn't ask for it. I was just filming, and he said, "You know what? I'm in a good move. You caught me in the right moment. Here's this." And I was like, "Wait, what? Okay." And then Bill
the cocksucker charged me $40.
Yeah.
I paid $75, but they gave me a free squonk refiller, so I feel fucking like I got screwed.
What did they give you?
I don't like that squonk refill bottle. Not at all. Not at all. It's a
Miguel.
butt.
Miguel gave me this, Scott.
You mean the Alliance Tech ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're nice. They're heavy.
Yeah.
But it's a pain in the butt because when you push the air out of your squonk bottle, when you go to squeeze the juice up inside, it still pushes the air right back in.
I haven't used it. I felt they sent me a couple of samples with the Flav Evo when I shipped those last week. But everybody raves about that. Everybody raves about that Evo.
It looks like the Flav.
Yeah. I'm using the Evo right now.
It is the Flav. It's the Flav Evo, Steve. It's the Evo, or it's the Flav.
I always thought that Alliance Tech makes mistakes by leading their line with a 24 millimeter.
Hey, Scott.
That's why I got mad, because this is a 24 mil. It fits perfectly on this mod, but I can't use a beauty ring.
What is Chad showing us?
I feel like
somebody got a Hussar.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, see, because
go ahead.
I got the OBS up, and so all of you were like this big, and so when you show shit, I'm like, what?
I know.
I feel like you're going to
trim your nose hair.
How do you make it big?
That's what she said.
I knew someone was going to say that.
Hey, pal.
Yo.
Oh, yep. Well,
nice. Yeah, I saw that.
That is a good atomizer.
Mine's on my new. Let's get the light over here. Mine's on my new Vicious Ant Spade.
Well, hey, why don't you guys do a buffet of what you got out there? Why don't you guys start?
I'll start. I got to know Ryan. Next.
Nice. Hold on, I gotta go grab my shit. Hold on.
All right. Hey, Scott, are you gonna take someone's kneecaps out with that thing?
Yeah, it's my son's. Like little like his cleaning kit, like a broom and a mop and all that stuff. It's just happened to be next to me. So.
Hey, Scott.
Yo.
Uh-oh.
Did you try the soul yet?
The what?
That little pod. That little soul we got.
No, I didn't.
I got one too.
Dude. I like it better than my Orion.
I don't like it better than my Orion. I wouldn't say that, but I like it better than most other pod systems for sure. I like it.
It looks like a jewel, man.
The flavor of the mango that makes me go back to it.
Dude, the setup that Blue had.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Dude,
we're gonna build one.
The boxes are empty.
What's that?
The one in mine, the boxes were empty. The 2 boxes in the display.
Bastards.
I was pissed.
What was that juice line, Bill, that we never got to see? Well, you saw, but I didn't get to see. The one I forget the name of it.
Which ones? I saw so many juice lines it ain't even.
No, the one that you wanted to bring me over to.
Deja Juice.
What is it?
Deja Juice.
Deja Juice. I love the name.
Whoa,
the only juice I've been thinking about right now is this one right here. Wait.
PB, yeah, you love that stuff.
Are we doing buffets or are we still just talking? Like, what the fuck?
Well,
I thought
before you do buffets, I got to shout out some people. I really got to shout out everybody.
You do.
Everybody.
There's shout outs. That's appropriate.
Hey,
that's appropriate.
What's up, everybody? Hey, come on, man. I'm only human, man. You know what I mean? All right. Shout out. Let's start out with, I guess, the top, right? Philly Vapes. What's up, man? Sick Boy, Cloud King, Pal. That's you. You're here. You're in the show. Majori Fragoso.
Marjorie.
Marjorie, yeah.
I don't know why you got to shout them out. They know they're here.
Well, hello to everybody who's watching right now.
What a fucking asshole. They're watching your show. They're taking time out of their fucking day to watch you. You dickhead. Break that coffee mug over your face.
And what's up, Lady Louisiana? And Stephen Camaro. Or Camaro. I don't know. Yeah. Go ahead and
Stephen Camaro.
It's Kai.
702 love with the fan base in the chat room right now.
What do we got going on? Are we doing buffets? Who's up?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know.
You take it, Chad.
All right. Okay, so that's setup number 1 from the convention. That's the SVAX Squonker with Hussar Legacy on top.
That's hot.
Nice little. This thing is so fucking small, man.
They have a lot of airflow.
That is super tight.
Yeah. Compared to like the V1. That's
what Addy is that? Is that on the mod?
What?
What Addy is that?
This is the Hussar Legacy.
Oh.
That's the okay.
Nice.
Steve,
yeah,
you
so
have one of those, right?
It's got kind of closer airflow to the Haku, but I think the V1 it's more restricted, but the V1 has a little bit more flavor, I think. But this is still the first build I've put in here, so I gotta put a couple more builds in to really be able to say for sure. And then
love it, Sick Boy, love it.
The Spade with the Jenna on top.
Ooh.
And
that thing looks big. That Addy looks huge.
The MCM Spike with the Rebirth.
Hey, that thing's cool.
The Rebirth chucks, man. Look at this shit.
This light behind me is pissing me off. Hang on.
Woo.
God damn.
Super smooth, man. Super smooth.
You're doing
And
single
then-
or
In the
dual?
Philippines, right?
Yeah, well the tube is, but then the RDA's Mike Vapes the Rebirth.
Oh yeah, the Rebirth.
So is that mod kind of like the Bestia, how it fires, where it just makes contact with the battery tube?
Yeah, yep. It's the exact same thing, except for it's just 18650, and this thing came out, I don't know, probably like 8 months ago. I really like it. It's got a stack section, so it's got this, so I can actually screw this on the bottom and then stack 20 or 18650s.
I was gonna say it looks
Is that
pretty
like a piece
compact.
like to put on your belt or something.
No, that's
It's
the
a clip.
grip. That was the grip. That was
It's badass.
the grip. I don't have.
I
didn't
would
buy
use
the
it
grip.
as a clip to hang it on my belt or something. I really would.
Well, hey, you got the history mod.
Hell yeah. As
The Vindicator with
soon as
the
that gets here.
I sent them an email today.
You guys, let
Nice.
him do his buffet.
Hey, zip it.
the Vindicator with the MCM UDG 25 on top. This is my favorite mech tube of the entire year for sure. That's it. Everything's got 5150 detox in
That's
it.
good stuff.
Yeah, detox.
What flavor is it?
It's the detox flavor.
I
And
know,
then,
but what is it?
it's supposed to be like a apple cream brulee. I don't know.
Like an apple teeny?
Dude's so good. Like it's so good that I'm gonna hate it because I'm
Yeah.
running into everything, and I guarantee you, in 2 months, I'm gonna hate this juice. I'll fucking hate it. But right now, it's the best thing ever. Oh, and this shit too. I bought this at the expo.
Everybody's talking about that right now.
Dude, it was $10 a bottle, so I bought 3 bottles.
What is it?
That's a good price.
It's called
Happy Splash.
Taffy Splash.
All right, I'll hit them up.
Yeah, Mike Vapes is the one that told me because him and I love Blue Pucker, and he's like, dude, go buy that Taffy Splash. It's fucking bomb. So I went and bought it, and it's
Wow.
super good.
That's like blue raspberries, like my all day. So I'm gonna have to try to pick
Dude,
that
you'll
up.
love it.
Dude,
Yeah.
I got burnt out on the blue pucker. The same, you know, I used it so much that I just fucking had to stop using it.
I still can't stop with wick liquor.
Hey,
Boom.
All
What
right.
what flavor is that? What is that? Wait, wait.
It's the
Boulevard.
best fruit punch you'll ever vape.
It comes in this 10-gallon bucket.
Nice.
We're gonna be bringing that to the U.S.
Who we
Hi-ya!
who we passing it to?
Right?
Yeah, we are.
This way to Mr. Vaping Politician.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Or that way?
Yeah, that way.
Are we doing Saul?
up and over.
No, Saul already went. I thought. Did Saul go? No.
Saul
But-
didn't go.
But I'm going, and then
Go
Saul
ahead.
can go, so Steve can go last and cry about it. All right.
Ooh,
So
I would have never guessed.
first, my tiny version 2 from Box Mod Mafia with the Aora
Nice.
on it, and I got raspberry, lemon law, lemonade in there. I didn't really get much at the expo, to be honest, but I'll show all that last. Then I got my Snitch, also from Box Mod Mafia, with the Karma on top. Actually, I have this bottle out right now because I put it in the Rebirth. I got the Twisted Sour Lemon Lime in there. And you can get that at phoenixvapor.com, just saying. I got my Drag Mini with my Juggernaut Mini. I had to mini it up. It's the mini setup. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah.
And I
Mini
got Sweet Teeth Watermelon in there. It's called One in a Melon. And then Chad's going to recognize the RDA on this right away. But I got the top side with the Shogun on top of there. And I got Blue Punch inside of that. I'm
How do
telling
you like the top side?
I love the top side.
Yeah?
Oh, you and I should talk about that at some point too. I got you.
Awesome sauce.
And then this is my only like setup that I got from the show. I got some other RDAs and shit too, but I got the Vicious Ant Spade, the 18650. They didn't have the 21700 there. And on top of that, I've got the new Day One RDA.
The day I loved the way that vaped.
And
Loved it.
it's whew. And then
I haven't even cracked mine open, but I was hitting mics at the mission booth, and I loved it.
And I forget. Lemonberry by Transistor is what I got in here. And then let's see. I'm doing my Simple X as always. And then
Juices at the show.
what's up?
Transistor had some nice juices at
Yeah,
the show.
and they're really cool guys, man. He talked to me. I won't really get into that right now, but we talked for a long fucking time. He was really cool. And then I got that Soul Pod system. Actually really surprised by this. You know, normally I'd have my Orion too. And at the show, people were talking about how their Orions were dead on arrival and stuff like that. And I'm like, I didn't deal with that. It's fucking great. It's fucking awesome. I walk out the show, it stops working. I'm like, what's going on? What the
There
fuck?
was a curse in there.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
never had a problem with it.
Well,
That's all.
they're fixing
I'm
it,
the
though.
only
That's
one.
the great thing about Lost Vape and Evolve both. They're fixing
Yes.
it right away, so...
Very
whatever.
quickly.
God,
Um,
Lucas from Elite Brothers from the Juice, his
Yeah.
Orion went down too at the show. Remember I told you?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
you did tell me that. I don't know what it is, dude. It's like, I don't know.
so,
I ain't used mine.
I never had a problem with
His
mine.
broke too. Like a lot of people's broke. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't do
I don't know what it is, but I mean, I
Well,
never had a problem.
It's probably because it's a new chip, and it's probably not all the way, fully developed.
Well, actually, Jabo said they're working out the kinks on some things
It
for
wasn't
like,
fully vetted.
for the coming batches. So, I mean,
um,
some people's are fine. Mine have been the two I use have been perfectly fine, but others. I mean,
Yeah.
I sent one to a guy, it broke. He returned it, sent him another one, and that broke.
yeah, mine was
I
fine
still
for
got
almost
mine.
2 months, and then it just randomly wouldn't charge, wouldn't nothing.
I do think the
contacts were
battery,
clean.
the battery gets weak.
Yeah.
Even on charging it, I think the battery doesn't go up to 100%. I haven't checked it, but
So I...
Yeah.
feels like it.
Your buffet there.
Yeah, well, these aren't really buffet. It's just some other stuff I got at the show that I wanted to just point out. I got a Rebirth. I just built it for my down low, but
There
it's
you
not
go,
on
brother.
a mod yet. Yep, and then
Yeah, Ricky Mahoney. Yeah, Ricky, they are coming out with just without the DNA.
yeah, they are.
Yes, that's next.
And then this is actually for Philly Vape. I just know he's in the chat. I went to the post office this morning, didn't realize they were closed, so I was gonna send it to him. But then I kind of already showed this earlier, but the Alliance Tech Flav Evo. I got this guy. Super excited. I know Scott did a group buy on these too.
Yep.
But the only other thing for hardware I got was the Voluna 2 RTA. Got a shit ton of fucking swag and a shit ton of juice, but spending, almost $500 on the one setup kind of limited me on what hardware I got. So
that's a big purchase, man.
Yeah.
Hey, fellas.
Oh, the
I
bunker.
bought this. Yeah, I saw you did a review on it. I didn't watch the review, but I wanted to buy something and it looked kind of cool. What'd you think of it?
It's not bad. The glass, I hate that about it. I see why they did it. It's targeted for newer vapors to be able to see if their coils are saturated, whatnot. But it gets condensation in like 3 vapes, and you kind of can't see.
Looks like garbage after that.
Did you guys see that? Did you guys get any of that cotton? The right when you walked in to the right. I can't think of the name of it.
Look up. Scott,
there you
look
go.
Up.
Yep, there you go. That's some good stuff right there.
Cotton threads is what I like, though.
There in my bench.
That's some good. That is like instant wick.
Dude, that cotton, I was scared I was going to rip it. It is so soft and fluffy that it's like literally softer and fluffier than any cotton I've ever put.
This one?
No. Hold on.
No, those are great, but they need to make 2.5 millimeter.
Wait, that's what you guys been using for cotton?
I use cotton threads a lot.
I've been using this. I've been using my socks, man.
Fuck yeah.
Here we go.
You learned that from Jay.
Ow.
You're
This
fucked
one.
up.
From Jay.
To our viewers, do not vape your socks.
Yeah, don't do
is
that.
what's wrong
I'm
with
just
Steve.
experienced enough that I can use it.
Shit.
Yeah, that cotton is good. The
This right
cotton,
here.
yeah, that stuff.
All right.
Yeah.
It's now 6:27, and we still haven't finished our buffets.
All right, I'll push through real quick. Nice and easy. Y'all know I always carry the cloak. Dinner Lady Lemon Tart in there with my own polished doors, basic 1.1. I am running my fire. It's my Taiji mod. It's got a Citadel on top.
Yeah, that one's sick, bro. That is
Strawberries
so nice.
Down Under from Vape Goons. Dude, this is the best strawberries and cream you will ever freaking taste in your life. That stuff is
Down Under.
amazing.
I talked to him today too.
Last but not least, I got my purchase, my second purchase. My first one's on its way from Italy, but I got my Kronig mod.
Yeah, nice, dude. I saw those.
Yeah, those are hot.
The blue Burlwood. Got my Flav Evo on top, and I am running my Monster PB and Jam in there, which will be out in December of this year.
Unless you're in Squonk America,
Yeah.
There you go.
Cool.
in which case it'll be next week.
So what about Steve?
Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh.
My buffet, I got it.
Well, now we gotta wait because this motherfucker wasn't prepared. So now, Steve, you get to wait longer than half an hour.
You're a little
Don't worry, I'm always last.
One thing I got to say, I have to thank Miss Phyllis in the chat. She is the sweetest,
She is.
most wonderful woman I have ever met in my life,
agree.
next to my mom.
100%.
Hi, Phyllis. I don't know you, but you sound really sweet. I saw you on Todd's vlog. You look
For everything she
Amazing
did for
woman.
me, this was my gift from her. Red and black alchemy squonk mod, and I'm afraid to build it.
Damn.
because
Wow. Hey, Phyllis, I really love you, by the way.
this was my gift, and it's not that it's not built out of disrespect. It's not built out of respect because I don't want to fuck it up because it was a gift from you.
Show what it does at least.
Oh hell yeah!
I would have built that thing in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, no shit.
All right. So if you look at it real close, you can see the end pieces. Here's my bottle. So when you want to put a battery in it, this whole piece snaps off. It's held on by a magnet, and it's got 2 teeth when you snap it in.
A good magnet.
The bottom
too.
piece comes out right here.
That's so filthy.
You snap your battery in and just snap these 2 pieces closed, and it's connected.
Take the
That's
510. Take the top
Oh.
piece. In.
Oh,
The cover.
we got robot saw.
Here's the door, and boom! Watch this. I'm doing that on a bad angle. Bang! There's your 510 in your bottle.
Wow.
Slide right out.
You know what? That's pretty badass. Like I don't like how like a lot of squonkers are turning into like hidden bottle. You're not touching the bottle anymore.
Yep, me too.
That's cool. Like I love a bottle, like just a regular squonk bottle.
Dude, this is like every time you take it apart, because the pieces come out and they're all magnetized. It's like a little science project every time you take it apart and change the battery and shit.
Don't you feel like so useful after it? I do.
Dude, that SVA squonk, you see that little stainless steel thing on the bottom?
Yeah.
That's actually like a little dowel that you can adjust your 510 from the top with.
What?
Yeah.
What? Really?
That's badass.
That's completely badass.
You don't have to do the nut thing anymore. It just take your ash off and you screw it and done. Pretty sweet.
That is super nice, man.
So, are you done? So Steve can go, and then we can talk about some shit.
Yes, definitely.
I mean, we've been talking about a lot of shit. What?
I'm gonna mute myself.
You want me to repeat it?
You didn't say it to my face, Scott. You're a shithead. You know that?
Shithead.
You're the shithead.
Nice. Well, all right. I don't got a lot of shit with me today. I only got 2 things, but before I start, I'm gonna shout out DB Squonks because he says he vapes duck feathers out of his pillow, so that's pretty cool. And Philly said he's up in the kitchen boiling some socks and shit, so that's pretty cool too. All right, so I got the tiny, and I think it's with the basic 1.1 blue cap, and that's got the Lewick liquor, and then I have the GT4 on top of the US mods with some Sour Series Rainbow, and that's it. That's all I got. All right, that's all I got. Game over.
Easy.
Yep.
Quick and easy.
So, I just want to know if Scott and Chad are still okay with their decision to come on with us tonight. I apologize in advance.
Always, brother.
Because Bill
I think Pal hit his mute button.
Yeah, Pal muted us, man.
Yeah,
he's done. He's done with us.
He's talking. I think he just muted himself.
How about the response on those V stealth things?
Oh, I got one in my pocket.
Dude.
I have one laying around here somewhere.
Did you get one of them, Chad?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Show them.
These guys.
Mine's upstairs. Show them.
Here.
What is that?
Let me show you.
Watch this. I was using my Orion on the plane the entire trip home to Philly.
So
oh shit! He's gonna hide that shit.
There's without. And that's a big cloud. Like if I was using let's say for instance my Simple X.
Gotta blow it hard.
Wait, what is that for? Are you trying to give yourself a hernia?
Like total stealth vaping. I was vaping on the plane with that thing.
Okay.
Yeah. It works then, huh?
There's a little learning curve because you have to learn how to blow into it right. But once you learn,
you don't gotta look like a chipmunk when you're doing it.
Yeah.
You guys don't do this. You don't do this on the plane where you go like this.
That's what I was doing. That's exactly what I was doing.
I'll go like this too. I'll be like, and then blow it into my my shirt.
You look like you're gonna pop up in your forehead and have a stroke.
Then you look like you're on fire.
I said something about vaping in the airport, and you guys are like, "Hey, don't do that." You guys are all vaping on the airplane.
I've never done it.
You didn't have a V stealth.
Yeah, don't vape on airplanes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Otherwise, Samuel L. Jackson's gonna jump out and say, "There's vapes on the plane."
There's too many vapes on this motherfucking plane. See, I use this. This is a Smoke Buddy Junior.
Smoke Buddy Junior.
Yeah, this is a Smoke Buddy Junior. Now this is the one I use.
Philly Vape. Yeah, I live in Wilmington, Delaware.
Now I can use a big ripper like this. Nothing comes out.
What the hell, man? Where does it go? Magic? Does it disappear?
It's just a filter.
This is the same thing as theirs, only this has a 7-stage filter in it.
Okay.
They're more expensive though.
Yeah. It just gets stuck in there.
So I can vape on the plane when I flew to Jersey and back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mess up this name. I apologize, but Anthony Odornetto said, "Don't bring the M57 mod to the airport." No, that sounds like a very bad idea.
Yeah,
don't do it.
Bad idea.
Do not do it.
Yeah, not even in your carry-on or luggage or anything, or they'll be ripping you off that shit.
Yep.
Oh, you got
Thumbs
one.
up.
Oh shit. Well, even that new smoke mod.
Oh yeah. Looks like a gun grip.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, so we have guests here. I'm interested in Pal telling. I mean, although it seems like half the people in here are Pal's folks anyway, but I'm interested in hearing a little bit of Pal's journey beyond what he got at the show, and then also Scott, what he's going to be bringing to Squonk America. And sure. Scott and Chad, do you guys know each other?
No,
not officially. Not officially.
No. I think I saw you though. I saw you at the expo, right in the DIY room. Yeah.
But it's a pleasure to see you now.
Nice to meet you. I saw you before I met you, which is the opposite of pretty much everyone else on YouTube.
There you go.
We're all family anyway, right?
Right.
So, Pal, I don't know. Answer Eric's questions first, and then I'll say something.
There's 2 bills. What the fuck?
What was the
That's
question?
it. You're all outnumbered, motherfuckers.
Dude, there's 2 Robo bills.
What was the question?
Basically, just your experience at the event, what you got out of it, what you're excited about coming out of that, that kind of shit.
Probably the biggest thing that I got out of it, because I got to meet like Mike and Brian and Matt and all those dudes, and it's just the last 8 months since I started my channel, it just gives you a whole different perspective on how much work those guys do. Like everyone thinks like they watch on YouTube and like, oh my God, that's so easy. And you see Mike, he's in the UK 2 weeks ago and he's flying all the way across and he's in Las Vegas. And every day though, I see a video posting from him. So not only is he traveling everywhere, to these conventions, but he's still got content going up. And I mean,
every day, man.
Yeah, there's a reason why he's got, almost 200,000 subscribers, because that dude works his ass off.
Yep, it ain't easy.
So just meeting those guys, it was, and meeting Todd, like Mr. High End himself, like he was the most humble.
Yeah, I love Todd, man.
That's someone I wanted to meet, man. Him there, and then just to even be there with you guys, to meet you guys in person too. But
dude, he was vaping on I don't even know what it was, some little box that was like $70, just chilling. Like I thought he would have like $10,000.
That's what I take out of these shows. That there's a world out there that none of us even know, and we tend to think we know it all.
Yep.
Yeah.
But vice versa. The other thing I learned too is, since working with Dylan and Never Normal and the caps he makes for like the Armor, the Aora, the Hussar, the Karma, whatever it may be, there's the market for those for products like that, for caps, for atomizers like that, is a lot smaller than I ever anticipated, because 3/4 of the people in that show are just everyday Joes that go into a vape shop to get their supply. They don't know the online world exists of what we, that's what I learned the most from these shows, is there's just a market out there that we don't know, and vice versa for those people.
Dude, I had a bunch of people stop me and ask me, hey, what are you guys doing? Because we were standing in the Modders Mart just talking, me and Tony, and I had like 3 people stop up and go, what do you guys, trust me, here, join Squonk America, because they were asking about the Squonkers, and I was like, Squonktopus, join some of these and learn. And that's you know what? And I told them, if you live here in Vegas, stop at my vape shop. I'm usually there Saturday or Sunday around 12, 1 o'clock. Come in, I'll chop it up with you, and I'll educate you on how it works.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, any vape shop you go to, most people don't know anything about any of the stuff outside of the shops, man. It's especially here, it's that way 100%. You could ask them what the best mod is, and they're going to tell you it is a smock thing. Yep, that's it.
That's true. That's always fascinating to me. Any show, that's always fascinating to me.
Well, I think it's because us here, it not only helps you quit smoking for us, but it's our hobby too. We've talked about this in the past, but we kind of indulge in it more, find things, new things, different things. Whereas someone else, I guess maybe they just don't care, you know, or they just
even for us. I mean, you know, a lot of people, all the shit that we have, and a lot of people. I mean, J-Bo had this around his neck. This is what he was vaping on in Vegas.
Yeah,
just lost.
But his was badass.
Well, he took that whole thing apart. He did. Did you see his video on the Lost Vape tour?
Wait, what'd he do?
He quit. He quit Wismec. So he's done.
I heard
he's more in like a consulting kind of role now.
Sure.
He just went to China and he took a whole tour of the Lost Vape factory. And he's doing reviews now. He's got his own YouTube channel now to do like what you guys do.
Yeah, he'd be good at it. That's for sure.
Yeah. So nice guy, such a nice guy, right, Bill?
Bill's not listening
Next
to
to
you.
Tony. Tony. Nice
Well,
guy.
Tony's. I mean, Tony was hanging out with us one night. That was
real cool. Kicking it with Tony was dope, man. He gave us the lowdown on shit that he's like, I won't put this on the channel, but here's a little. I'm not gonna say it here because.
See, that's the kind of shit I wish I wouldn't have missed, man. That's the kind of stuff
and
that
we got to see Tony's new mod and RDA that's coming out, and it's fire. It looks like it's gonna be my favorite thing that Tony's put out, and I've liked.
I'm gonna buy my first real regulated skunk mod because of that.
Yeah, it looks good. I like it.
Well, let me ask Pal, what made you want to start a channel and stuff and everything that made you want to get into it?
So like I don't know, I started vaping when I was going to UNLV. This was probably 2010, 2011, right around there. I used to chew tobacco. I chewed for like 15 years. And I wanted to quit and I tried everything. And then one day I saw a girl with a vape pen and it smelled like blueberries. And I was like, oh shit, let me try that. And then I ended up getting a 36 milligram pen. And I vaped on that for shit. I vaped on pens for like a year. And then right after that, there were no sub-ohm tanks or anything like that. So you got right into rebuildables. So I went right to an RDA and I had the IPV1, the very first one that did like 35 or 50 watts. And I always bought all my stuff from brick and mortar shops. And I wasn't a part of the online anything until the beginning of 2017. I went into a vape shop to get something. I saw someone with an RDA and I was like, man, I remember those. Those were so much fun. I think I want to get one. And the store didn't have any RDAs, period. And I was like, fuck. So I got online, I started looking, and I think the Dead Rabbit and the Drop were super huge. And I started watching all these reviews and I was like, shit, man, like I've been vaping like 10 times longer than a lot of these guys. Like this looks pretty fun. I spent an entire year just watching YouTube and commenting. Like I comment on every channel you've ever seen probably. And then in February, I was just like, fuck it. Like, why not? It's something I love to do. And yeah, I don't know. I just think I kind of came from a different angle as far as that I wasn't a part of the online anything until 2017. And yeah, I love vape stuff. Like I build, I was building on my weekends and taking pictures and all that shit. And I was like, well, why don't I just do a channel? So channel's been cool, man. A lot of cool people. I've been on like you guys shows, coming on shows. It's all new to me. So
it's a way of life. It really is.
Yeah.
It's definitely a different kind of community, man.
Bill, what you laughing about?
Super. I was laughing because what Anthony Adornetto said, just scored a comment by Vape Monster. I mean, for me, it's funny because I hear all you guys talking. I get you. But I come from the world of back in late 2008, early 2009. I had a modded mini mag light where you had to take the little cone out of the flashlight and you made your atomizer out of that. That was my first big mod. Other than that, it was a Sigalite.
Well, there was dinosaurs too, right?
Yeah.
Well, my experience.
You didn't want to burn your beard or your fur jacket.
I'm still a vape rookie.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
I've only been vaping since February of 2017.
Well,
yeah,
I've been.
But
vaping.
Still, you're here. That's all that matters.
That is all that matters. That's it. I just feel like I'm like a baby. Like Bear has to explain everything. Like for a billet box, I don't get it. I don't. you know, like rebuilding it, I'll make such a mess with that thing. Such a Bear's got to like consult me on how to do this or how to do that, but I'm getting better.
One of the things I wanted to say about before was, like, everybody was talking about the show. Honestly, and I mean this in my heart, so don't take this as me smooching ass or anything. I would have passed up that entire show just for that one night of all of us hanging out at the bar.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would have passed up that whole show.
Yep. That was awesome.
Yeah, I wasn't invited to that, so I couldn't tell you about that.
I didn't even realize you were there, and then I went to some booth. I think it was Alliance
I didn't know
Tech.
you. That's my excuse.
We didn't know each other until 10 minutes ago, so that's my.
Yeah,
I wasn't there, so
I think it
the
was
politician's not off the hook.
I think it was Stratum or Alliance Tech, and I walked up, and one of them goes, "That was just Pal 702," and I was like, "Wait, he's here?" And they were like, "Yeah, he was just here." And so I like went looking around for a second in that general area, and I guess he had taken off. And they're like, Mike grabbed him, and he went somewhere. And I was like, "Oh, where?" They must be in the VIP lounge because I ain't allowed there. So, yeah.
the VIP lounge. What is
Yeah.
it? Strip club?
I don't know.
Yeah, no, they had like all those guys were hanging out in like the DIY room. Like
The
they were
VIP lounge had an open bar.
Oh, what the hell? Yeah. All right.
Then they all had a good night that first night.
So then
Yeah,
I
they-
messaged him, and I was like,
Oh, yeah.
"Where are you at?" But I don't think I messaged him until the next day because whoever told me this was right when I was about to take off from day one, I think. And yeah, and then I'd messaged Chad that night, and I was like, "You're here?" And he's like, "Yeah." And then I'll tell you when I'll be there tomorrow. And so, yeah.
Dude, you guys had a DJ in your car. That was pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah, that was Micah's pretty cool. He's pretty
He had
good at it.
actual turntables in the front seat. Like,
Yeah.
you should see their vlog. It's actually pretty badass.
Thank
Like, I
you.
was like,
It was.
cool.
Wait, I saw a question to what do we feel about the gas station ban?
I agree with it 100%.
I think that's good.
I do too.
I think it's
Hey,
good.
that's one
Getting the
step
fuels
away from.
off of the countertop.
That's what I mean. It's a good step from them not being able to say that kids can easily get them, man.
Yep,
So that's like
because on one hand you have like the part of the vape community is like, well, you need the gas stations, you need them because it makes it so much more, readily accessible for smokers that want to quit. But on the flip side of the argument is it also makes it very easy for minors to buy. Like,
Right.
like a
And
vape shop
it's
is
taking money away from vape shops, man.
9
You know what I mean?
If you want to quit smoking and start vaping, go to a fucking vape shop.
That's what I
Don't go to a
mean, yeah.
gas station. But Habib's going to tell you how to fucking set your mod up.
So,
Yeah, but Habib will sell it to a 15-year-old kid.
That's what I
Yes.
mean. Yep.
I'd rather. I mean, some states you have to go to a certain store to buy liquor.
What's up, Brandon? I see you there.
It makes sense. It's actually
it's like
I
that
think-
here in Washington, actually, Chad.
What's up,
We
Brandon?
have liquor stores.
Hello, Brandon.
But my view on it is I kind of go back and forth because of what Chad was saying. Is I actually bought my first vape in 2012 from a gas station, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I went in to buy a pack of smokes. My lungs were all fucked, which eventually one collapsed, right? But at the time that hadn't happened yet, and I bought one, and I never really used it. I hit it a couple times. It was shit. And then, when I really switched was going to a vape shop because they showed me how to use it. They showed me all the different flavors, all that. So, in a sense, I do agree that a vape shop is what's really going to get people to quit. I also see the argument about the gas stations making it accessible, but like Scott said, that also makes it accessible to minors, though, because 9.5 out of every 10 sales to minors is done at a convenience store or a gas station. So you got a very small percentage that's done from vape shops, like 5%, and it's usually some douchebag that just got hired there selling to his underage friends.
Sure.
So,
Well, Train Sonic kind of makes a good point, but I don't know. He says, vape shops aren't open 24/7. I kind of agree with that, but then again, it's still the point of accessibility for kids, I guess. And if you ever go to a gas station, the juices they have there are garbage, and that's probably going to turn people off because those juices are like
turn me off, puffing labs.
Yeah.
they taste.
I don't care if a vape shop. I don't care if the vape shop's not open 24/7. I plan ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
we've gotten to that point, where we know
Yes.
to plan ahead. And in Washington State, what's funny is they didn't ban sales in convenience stores, but they said that the person making the sale has to be a vape tech. And as far as we know at Phoenix, we're the only shop in the state that actually has vape techs that have to go through tests. We take a long-ass test, or our vape techs do. I'm the social media guy, but they still had me take the test, which I think is fair. I should know the same shit. The gas stations are supposed to do that, but we don't know of anybody who's certified to administer any test in the entire state. It's a fairly new law, but it's over a year old now. But we're going to start reaching out to people and saying, do you want us to give our vape tech test to your fucking employees? Because at some point they're going to choose to enforce it. That's obvious. And then if there was anyway, I bring it up because if there was a system like that where the convenience store owners had to have their employees take this test in order to sell the vapes, you're going to weed out the people who don't give a shit and are going to sell it to minors, because I'm sure there are convenience stores out there who don't want to sell to minors. But
they don't want to get fined, man.
Well, yeah, that's true. But
see, this is the kind of thing I'm trying to make. We're all trying to make, like Squonk America, for example. Yeah, it says Squonk America, but it's kind of, when you think about it, it's like an interactive vape shop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some of the posts, some newbies in there asking a question, they'll get 50 responses in 10 minutes on a question.
Yep.
Well, that's
more people would adapt to that.
Yeah, but you also have that mentality of, if someone asks, what atomizer should I use? It's kind of like trying to take a sip of water from a fire hydrant.
But at least you can. But at least you can describe. At least you can get your questions answered in a uninvasive format if you're intimidated to go to a shop.
Well, hey, in my videos, I usually shout out you and 2 other groups for either, if you need help, if you're looking for something good, or if you're, want to go to a good vape community, I usually shout out you and 2 other groups. So I think that should become something people can go to, And speaking of Squonk America, do you have anything good coming up?
He has lots of good coming up.
He's got some fire coming up.
So
beautiful.
It's hard to stagger these things because I want to do them all at once. But for this week, it'll be easy. Some more of the refill bottles from X-Star. It will be those tool kits. It will be those the V Stealth things. As soon as I can clarify with the Italian modder for the history mod, we'll get those going probably sometime next week, I'm going to say. With a price that you'll never see again for these things.
Oh, hell no. Those mods.
They're $240 RRP, how they sell them. We're doing it for $190.
Woo! I'm getting one.
Yeah.
Hey,
and guys, honestly, I've held it in my hand. That's a $400 mod all day.
So for
hey, pal.
Yo.
Someone asked if you think the Jenna is really that good, inserts and all.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to type that back to Philly, but yes, the Jenna is that good. It dethroned the B2K, and that's been it's been in my top 4 ever since 2017. Like I said in my review, it's not the best flavor of any RDA I've ever had. The Hussar, to me, has the best flavor. The version 1, and the Haku's right there with it, and then the Flav, and then the B2K. And what I liked about the B2K is you could build really low in it. It was super airy. It's a super airy single that and it gives you a little spit back and all that. And the Jenna does all that, but it does it better. It squonks better. The machining on it's absolutely gorgeous.
Dude, the lower you built that B2K, the better that thing worked.
Yes.
I had mine like almost touching the bottom, man.
Same with the Haku.
I think they're talking about resistance, but
the resistance low. But
I always built my coil all the way low to the bottom.
Same with me on the B2K and on the Jenna. In Jay's video, he's building it really low, and when I built it like that, I didn't like the flavor, so I built it high to where the coil's just barely away from that ultimate insert.
Yep.
The flavor was just banging.
So wait, does the insert make a difference? Either of them?
You need the insert.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It's I mean, the one insert, the single-sided airflow, I don't like single-sided airflow. I didn't like it at all with that insert. I knew I wouldn't like it, but
See, I think I'm gonna like that one.
Yeah, I don't know. Speaking of inserts, my favorite Addy is the Citadel. Been my favorite ever since the Flav 24, the Evo. I really like this. This has got one hell of a flavor to it.
I haven't built mine yet, but
Probably would have been better.
Citadel's got really nice flavor too.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
it does.
Legit.
That reducer was such a good idea.
Yeah, it was.
I like it how it actually, if you take the cap off and squonk it, you can see that reducer actually helps it wick better because the juice climbs right up over your, under your coil, and it's an effortless vape. It's open, but it's got flavor. There's so many good singles out there. It's like, so when people are like, this is the best, or is that the best? I'm like, I don't know.
It's subjective, man.
I don't know, man. I put a little group of my top tier over here, and then I say these are the best. And I don't know. There's so many.
That's all you can say, man.
Before I forget, we also have the Limelight regulated gloom.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Whoa, wait, regulated.
Yeah.
What's it regulated with? Oh man, I'm gonna have to pick that up.
Yep. 75C. Sorry. Yeah, I'm getting one of those.
Single battery.
It looks nice. Yeah.
I literally yelled at you last night, Scott. I was like, I just bought a fucking spade, spent all that money, and now I'm gonna have to buy one of these. God
Wait, when is it, Scott? When's it gonna be on Squonk America?
Probably Wednesday.
I'm gonna have to get that, man.
So
it's dope.
I just want to explain.
18650, 2700.
18650.
All right. Yeah.
2700 is coming though.
Maybe I'll wait then. I don't know. Maybe I'll do both. Anyway, so for those of you in chat who don't know, and I don't know if Chad knows, I know Chad didn't know Scott, but basically what Squonk America is it's a group for group buys, primarily high end shit, but a lot of times he'll do stuff that's not high end but just good.
Hyped up.
And what it is all these people get into these group buys, so it makes the cost lower for everyone. And Scott facilitates it all, working with the companies to make it happen. That's where I got my Orion, was through one of Scott's group buys. I have one of the X-Star bottles. I was just trying to reach for it because I know it's around here somewhere. Actually, my Citadel came from that group buy.
I got to say something about Scott White. Every time, I'm a member of about 6 different groups that do what Scott does. None of them do it as good as Scott. And whatever product, if they're offering the same product at the same time, Scott is always lower. Always, because he's not in it for the profit.
Hey, like I said,
but that's not the point of what I do.
Hey, I shout him out in every video, man.
Thank you guys all for saying that. Yeah, it's like this. I think I've said it on a previous video, but this community changed my whole life. From not knowing what was going on in life to a dead end job to this to that, just kids, wife, that was fine, but just as far as life outside of that, I couldn't figure it out, man. And I was 35 years old at the time, and as soon as this started, it was just everything. It's like it's never too late to find your calling, Yeah,
that's true, man. 100%.
That's what happened to me in this group. It started off as a fun little thing, and it turned up to be a full-time job.
Wait, so is it a website or is it a Facebook group?
It's just a Facebook group.
We'll get you in there, Chad.
Yeah, why the fuck am I not in there? I want to buy some shit.
Yeah.
Get in there, baby.
Hey, that's where I get a lot of my review stuff, man.
But you'll even have shit before it's released, man. It's pretty cool.
Chad, you were going to say, why isn't it a website, right?
No, I don't give a shit. Like, I love anywhere where I have access to, like, hard to get or.
We do anything I can find that I think is going to be a good seller and a good product. And you know what I do a lot of times is like atomizers from it happened today, in fact, atomizers from like private modders that we're not really familiar with.
Yep.
Yeah. We don't know much about. I get them as a proto and I send them to Larry Miller.
Yeah, I want to get I'm trying to get the Hellfire, the Maverick, and the 1S. Like there's
the 1S. The list is up as we speak.
For what?
Yep.
The 1S.
You can get the 1S, is what he's saying.
In your group or in the 1S
I'm
group?
gonna add you to
In
the
my-
group
in my
right
group.
now, Chad. I'll add you to the group right now.
I'm going to tell you right now, one of the things that everybody needs to know about Scott and I walked around that show together for a while.
Yeah.
And anytime we stopped and we were looking at something, he'd be checking it out, and you could just see that glimmer in his eye like this is, and he'd turn, look right at me and go, you think this will do good? You think people want this? He actually cares about what other people think, not just what he wants to bring.
Yeah, you won't see me post shit. I mean, listen, sometimes like the Orion, for example, we do them and then they take a shit on everybody. It just makes you look bad. I can't help that.
Yeah.
But I do. Listen, I don't have to honor warrant. I'm a middleman basically. So I'm not like into the warranties, but you could bet your ass I'll do whatever I can to make sure it's made right by however I have to do it. And like the same thing with juice. You'll never ever see me post a shitty juice ever. And there's a lot. How many liquids do I sell in the group, Bill? Maybe 5 or 6.
Hey, I can attest to that, man. Because like I said, I picked this up through there, and it's probably one of my favorites now.
I refused in a sea of e-liquid. I refuse to just choose anything to sell.
Speaking of which, Scott, the guys who did this, Lucas and Mr. Carr, they actually messaged me today just to.
Yeah, he messaged me too.
Yeah, good guy, really good.
Tom,
guy.
is his name Tom? I think.
Tom Carr.
Dude,
yeah, Tom Carr. That's
get
right.
some alter ego and some 5150 up in there. This
We've
alter
done
ego
that.
Cooks is bomb.
Oh, dude, what's the other one? What is it? Kings and Rooks or Kings and something?
Kings and Rebels.
Yeah, we've done 5150.
Yeah, Kings and Rebels.
Oh, right on. Yeah,
that juice was actually pretty good.
So it looks like you got a few invites, Chad, to Squonk America, because I sent you one. Sick Boy sent you one.
Yeah, man, get in there. Hope to see you in there. The one S. I'll send you the link. It's attached to the top of the post in the announcements.
I gotta shout out Sick Boy, man. I see that dude everywhere. He's cool as shit, man, and he knows his vape game. That dude is he's cool as ice, man. Super cool guy.
Cooler than the other side of the pillow.
Yes, cooler than the other side of the pillow.
Swamp, Mike, the Mav list. I don't think the Mav list is up anymore. I think we're actually waiting on the supply. It's Hellfire. It takes a long time.
I'm trying to get their Squonker, the Cobra. I'm on that list.
Oh yeah, I wanted to get one of those. I went to the show looking for that. The Italian mod that Scott's talking about. They were pretty close to the front of walking in on day one. That guy told me, showed me the mod, showed me how it worked. I was actually reaching in my pocket as he was saying, so what do you think? I was like, nope, I got the money right here. Let's do it.
Yeah, Bill is a free spirit at shows.
Yes, he is.
Did you guys meet that Gizzard guy? That guy was pretty funky.
Yeah.
He was cool. Gizzard.
Well,
Gizzard.
I only saw him in your vlog.
Hold up.
But
Hey, hold up.
What about the dude
Gizzard?
freestyling at the end of the second day? Did you guys see that?
No, I missed
I would have
that.
battled him.
Hey, we
Holy
can't go
shit.
past who the hell's Gizzard?
Gizzard's this old dude with like a gray ponytail and funky eyebrows, and
Yep.
he's handing out these sporks. Hold on.
Sporks. What is he? McDonald's?
I think he won a minion, didn't he?
He was like handing out these.
What the hell, man?
That's funny.
I think his IG is like Spork Life or something. So he's handing everyone out these spork things.
What does that have to do with vaping? What is he doing?
I think it was to shovel the cocaine.
Yeah, and to comb his nose hair, huh?
Yes. I don't know. He was cool though. He was
Yeah.
really cool. He was really.
All right,
Hey,
we got to get him. We got to find him.
Hey,
Where's he at?
Frankie finally, what did that Frankie?
Robo.
Freezes.
So apparently, according to chat, Gizzard is actually a YouTube channel.
I just
and
seen
he's a
that.
DIYer.
Yeah, he needs to come here.
Hilarious, man. That guy. I'm gonna subscribe to him.
Yeah, me too, man.
He was cool as hell. He was.
I was trying to ask everybody, did they see that one-of-a-kind Frankie auction? What was the final bid on that?
I didn't know.
Thought it was like 4,000 something.
I thought I heard 4,000 something also.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thanks. 400 is like my limit, kind of.
Same. Yep.
I walked by, it was at like 3,500. I was like, get the fuck out of
Hey,
here.
man, I
Yeah.
seen some stuff on Facebook. People were bidding on stuff from the expo. They were up to like $3,000, man. I was thinking like,
Oh, yeah, they had some crazy. Because like I'm not into like really regulated stuff, so it saves me money. But I mean, they had some crazy like DNA 60 established.
I saw that. It was like 1,400.
Yeah, $1,400. I was just, oh my.
I ain't paying that much, man.
No.
Oh, we're also going to have the Meraki 18350 coming up.
Oh yeah, I'm excited.
Connell and I were talking about that.
Yeah, Connell, this dude, I'm telling you, man, this guy busts his ass. He works hard. And
looks like he's 12 years old, but
looks like he's 12 years old, but damn, the guy has talent. The guy has talent, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
You know, he'll be, and I think he'll be the first to hit the online community with these 18350s in a mass amount.
I got one coming to me for a review.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
I just picked up my first mech mod, and then I picked up my other first one. Well, second one, it's an 18350. So
how is it?
What is it?
The pawn. Listen, the pawn from Alex, the tube, the little 18350 tube, superb.
Yeah,
superb.
And
really.
Waiting on delivery. I got these sitting here. Couple MXJO 18350s.
There you go.
I got the Vape Life ones or whatever they are. Vape Cell. Yeah, Vape Cell.
Purple ones.
Yeah, the
Vape
purple
Life
ones.
is Jay Hayes.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking that. Yeah. Nope, not his batteries.
This is the kind of nasty build you can run in the Jenna. Like, this is just a mech, but it's like a 0.18.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you showed me that. Yeah. You popped it all up in my face.
I mean, and this thing, like, it doesn't get hot, man.
I know Fresh. Someone asked you, Chad, if you watch Fresh. They're surprised you didn't know him.
Who's Fresh?
You guys don't know Fresh is?
I don't know who he is.
He was at the expo. He was doing the DIY stuff. He's a big DIYer.
I must have missed him when I was there.
Brian, yeah, shut up, Steve. I wasn't talking to you. Brian, the Vapor Chronicles, they used to do a show together where he was like teaching Brian how to make his
I've seen that. I know who he is. Yeah.
Dude, Scott, you could throw that in a box and send it to me.
Nope.
Hey, what's the RDA on it or the RDTA?
That's just on. That's came with it. I don't even know.
Yeah.
All right, you guys want to see something super badass? Of course you do.
Of course you do.
That's the case it comes in.
Oh shit!
It's one of three. It's the MCM UDG-V. It's a series dual 18650. This thing is like 100 pounds. It's solid brass.
Holy
it's
shit.
solid brass engraved.
What does that thing weigh? Like 6 pounds?
It weighs like a gold brick. Like, it is the heaviest mod I've ever felt in my entire life.
And it'll never get built.
Yeah, I'm gonna review it, but after that, yeah, I'm gonna. But it's
put it on the shelf, huh?
Going on the shelf.
This is fucking just absolutely beautiful.
So,
that's pretty awesome, man.
The label,
he's gonna hold it for a little while and then flip it.
The record label I used to be on, their logo looks a lot like that, and it was called Breathe Easy, and that's So they would go ship for that.
Dude, the guy that owns MCM Mao, like, he was the guy that made the flashlight mod. Like, this dude has been building mechanical, mods and tubes since like 2008. I mean, the guy and his prices. I mean, because I buy a lot of my shit directly from him from the Philippines, and it's so much cheaper than other people sell it for. Like,
oh yeah,
the stores and they double the price, they triple the price. It's crazy.
Chad, Fictitious just showed up right towards the end of the show.
About to shout him out.
He was even
Fictitious.
Hey, Sean, he was even talking to us about you in person, man, and you're gonna come all late. What the fuck? Damn, that's cold blooded.
Yeah, Fictitious.
He's a guy that he knows more about vaping than anyone I've ever met. Like,
man,
you could name off any mod or anything, and that dude will rattle off its dimensions, what it does, what it's good at, what's not good. I mean, the dude is like, he's the first person I started talking to on YouTube, and back when you could actually message each other privately on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a channel or anything, and we talked for so long, and then I kept asking him, like, if I started a channel, would that be a good idea? And he was like, fuck yeah, dude, do it, I'll watch,
He was one of the first people to message to leave comments on mine too, man. So yeah, he's cool. You
could just tell. Like, I would read his comments. I didn't know who he was, but they were all They were well thought out. He wasn't a fucking prick, even if he didn't like something. And
he wasn't a troll, man.
Yeah, you could tell he was a knowledgeable dude. And so, yeah, Fictitious, what up, man? That's my dude right there. I even bought you a engraved Haku Vena Never normal cap.
Damn.
What?
Coming your way.
That's a friend.
Hey, Fred. What's up, buddy?
Hello, Fred.
He says you're exaggerating. I think he's meaning that he doesn't know his shit, but
He's just being humble. That's who he is. He's a humble dude.
Yeah.
But he could start a channel tomorrow and like probably have 100,000.
that's what I've always thought because I see him in all the chats, and I mean,
Everywhere,
he definitely knows
man.
his shit.
I'm gonna get him on a live show, man, because he's like the dude that you could be like, all right, ask any question, Fictitious, go, and that dude will answer.
Like the human vape thesaurus.
He's my lifeline when I'm reviewing a product. If I don't know something, I'll message him and ask him, and he'll have the answer.
There's a guy that works here at Phoenix. His name's Dave, and it's kind of the same thing, man. He just got the Colorado, and he's gonna let me review it. You guys seen that shit? It's got
that 52.
it's got
yet.
like 16 posts or some shit in it. It's seriously like this big. It's
Like a 50 millimeter.
it looks it hangs over on the Titan by about 5 millimeters.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's a monster.
I don't know what I would run that on. Like the biggest thing I have is like a 30 millimeter tube. Like I don't know what I would run that.
Yeah.
Hammer of God.
Yeah, I don't have anything like that. I don't.
Yeah, like I said, it even makes the Titan look, or it hangs over on the Titan. It's funny because Dave's running it on a G box right now, and it just looks fucking ridiculous. It's like
Probably towers over it.
yeah. Anyway, it is 7-11, guys.
10-11.
And Scott has confirmed with the president of Phoenix that I don't have to leave it exactly 7 anymore. So I can't lie anymore and say that, but but I'm just saying it is over an hour. I don't know. I'm good to keep going, but
I don't know what the rules are.
Rolling.
Man. I don't know.
There are no rules.
there are no rules.
No rules.
Scott confirmed that. He made sure there was no rules.
So wait a second. I got a question because we have two guys who are very knowledgeable here in Pal and Fictitious Character. I want to pose a question. This question has been bouncing around since the show. What's the difference between holding?
You cut out. So we heard. What's the difference between holding
A cloak or a Frankie?
Oh, there you go.
About $6,000.
Exactly. No. But I want price aside, modder aside, because I didn't know fucking Uncle Fester made Frankenskulls. It's what's the deal? What's the big difference between that far of a price difference?
Dude, I have no clue. I
Pipe.
have no clue. Like I paid like $400 for like a G10 plug.
Yeah.
And it's like, why did I pay that much? I don't know. I don't know why it costs that much money. Like, this was $375, and I mean that for me that's like almost my limit. So with something that's $1,000, I don't know anything about. That's way out of my element. Maybe Fictitious knows.
You're paying for something that everybody wants.
I was going to say, you're talking about the Frankenskull, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that thing I feel like was one of the first mods that people really, 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 really wanted, right? I mean, everybody wants that thing.
I
Yeah,
didn't know.
it's
No, I understand there's a demand.
I think that's what it is, supply and demand.
Yeah, and listen, there's tons of Frankies on the market.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't want one. That's why I don't want one.
I mean, because honestly,
realistically,
if I had to pay full price for it, I would have never bought it.
Right.
Because I have a review channel, he gave it to me for the same price he gives Tony his.
Bill, I'm pretty sure that mod that you were just holding up, that Squonker, that's the one that Fictitious wanted because he kept telling me to go to their booth. Like that.
Oh, dude, the Kronig is, I'd have to say, my favorite mod.
Show that again. Show that again to Fictitious.
That's
I think realistically,
all
sides.
I think
All
Fictitious
silver.
Character, he says it right, what he just said. He said that a certain amount of prestige with disposable income comes a notch on the belt. It's just one of them things that if you have that disposable income, they're going to charge you whatever they want, and you're going to get it, and you can say you have it.
Well, this is what I've learned about Paulo. and I don't know the story behind it, or anything like that. But apparently, his parents are jewelers, and they get the purest silver that money can buy. And that's why the Frankie hits the way it does. The contacts are the way they are. It's the top grade silver, like ever, all around. So again, I don't know this. I don't know.
And it was what I understand.
Okay, I can see that.
I understand like when you get around like the 500, just because of the material and the time and the craftsmanship and stuff like that. But then there's always like a head scratcher when you get something like this, the Hugo Squeezer, and it hits really hard and it's $25. You're like,
yep.
Am I being stupid with my money?
No, that's
Not
actually true, man. I look at all the stuff that I have because most of it's high end, and then I look at a mod that I haven't used in a while, like a Therion, and then it's almost just as good as, say, something like, I don't know, as this, but I know this is dual battery, but you know, anything like it all comes down to they're about the same, man.
Well,
at least for regulated.
The differences I see is like my Tiny, which was, I mean, it wasn't super expensive, but compare it to another dual battery that's more mainstream, like a G box, and you're talking $200 more, and you could have bought 6 G boxes with the same money.
Sure.
But the Tiny, I know it's basically hand done by an awesome guy who's very small time, family man. I can talk to the guy who made the mod. I can talk to him directly and ask him any question I have. And if I have a problem with the mod, I can send it back to him, and he can not only fix it, but tell me if I did something that made it get to that point. And I get to pick the buttons. I get to pick the faceplate.
Sure.
You know, I get to pick the color. I get to pick whether or not it's the stressed look or a polished look. You know,
that's like XJ.
Right, exactly. Or XJ is another one. Exactly.
That's a major point in my videos for the most part, is that I quit doing Chinese products because of the one review where that company didn't like that I didn't like their product, so they wouldn't, you know, show my video off, man. But if you do a video for someone, you know, like Charles from BMM, they appreciate it more. And yeah, you could actually talk to them. You try talking to a Chinese company, man, good luck. You're going to be talking to
honestly
anybody but who you want to talk to.
When I bought this, the Taiji Storm, this is a great little mod. It hits like a truck. It's their own proprietary MOSFET here. And I told them, I said, I had a little bit of juice coming out the 510 where the tube met the bottle. And actually, if you watch Tony's video, it shows my mod getting worked on by the modder right there.
Wow.
To the show, I know you live in Vegas. I brought it to the show. He literally ripped my whole mod apart, replaced the 510 and everything right there on the spot.
Yeah, Rebel won't do that.
No, they won't.
Yeah.
That's like Limelight too. Limelight will take care of you and under any circumstance.
I'm passing my Rebel on to fictitious character. It's the fucking biggest piece of shit ever, but he's gonna use it for a work beater, so.
That was my problem with Ginger Vapor and the Boxer, man. I'm thankful that I bought it third party. I didn't buy it from them directly, but I got it, and I was actually happy with it for the first week or so, and then it started having all these issues that had to do with the soldering and the wires, because one of the guys here kind of opened it up and was like, "Oh, that is shit. How the fuck is he passing this as high end?" And you know, people have received their screens broken. You're paying what I paid for the Boxer was actually about $20 more than I paid for my Tiny that I got to completely, you know, picking with the design myself, and it's insane that it happened like that. And fuck, if that shit pissed me off. There's also, when we're talking about price point with some high ends, it does have to do with being made in America, which is why people like Ariel fake like they are. You know what I mean? That is another thing people pay a premium for, is where it's made.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, I mean, there are certain mass market mods that, well, Lost Vape is kind of somewhere in between, but Lost Vape makes high quality products and they're more available mass market.
They do, 100%.
Lost Vape is like Five Guys burgers.
A good
top of the
3D
fast
printed,
food chain.
Yeah, that's a good analogy. Yeah.
If you want a good 3D printed squonker that's cheap, that hits harder than the SQ. This Mod Brothers Katana. I mean, I've used and abused this thing, but I mean, it's just a little. I mean, super tiny little 18650 only.
Yeah.
The Anchor Nano too.
It's all silver, you know, solid or 9.99 silver context, 22 gauge. He's the same guy. Remember when you guys used to see like Heathen and Jay with these conversions?
The remote conversions.
Yeah, that's this guy, the Mod Brothers. Him and this other guy started the Facebook group. So
Wismet got fed up and tried to make their own, and it looks retarded.
Yeah, I guess it's a dud, man.
Yeah, but that's if anyone's because I don't really like 3D printed stuff, but I mean, for this solid silver, all that stuff like that, it's like 100. It's like 100.
Now, is that a Lumide?
Huh?
Is that a Lumide?
It's like nylon.
I have no clue, man. Yeah, if you look on Mod Brothers,
I think it is a Lumide.
I think
or nylon.
It looks like nylon.
Nylon.
This was like the first katana that he made. So I mean, this thing's probably got.
Is there any sparkles in it? Does it have any like?
Or is it PA12?
Do you guys think 3D printed is going to come back?
It's gonna get much cheaper, I think. Right now, Fictitious knows what material this is because he's as Fictitious. This is one of his favorite mechanical swankers, right?
I think it's carbon or nylon.
Anthony said it's PA12.
Hey, I mean, look, I like 3D printed mods.
I do too.
I just picked up 2 more, man, and I really do like them. And I think PA12 is the way to go, though, just because it won't fade as much and it stands up. Because I have a couple PA12s, and then I have some that aren't, and the ones that aren't have lost their color, and I don't like that. This is
probably PA11 then, because this faded. This does fade.
It might be, man.
But this was also a prototype, so I don't know if they changed them or what. But
I can't say that because after the show, my game upped a little bit. I have 2 mods. You know, the Kronig, I have that history mod all the way. You know, your collection's getting a little better when your son wants to get into squonking and you're going to give him a plug.
Oh,
but hey, speaking on 3D printed, I think a lot of people like Delrin more, right? I mean, a lot of people.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, because look, this one's pretty solid, man. I dropped it and there was nothing wrong with it. You might drop that and you're probably going to scratch it up.
This just took a trip out of my car, out of my pocket to the driveway on my way in here tonight. And
is it Delrin?
Yeah, it's Delrin. It's
that's what it's solid, man.
Yeah, I like Delrin way better. I really don't like 3D printed that much, but I think
I love the feel of blasted Delrin in my hand.
Yep, me too. I do too. But I like the durability of a Lumide.
But the best ever, you guys know, is Piss Ultim.
Hey, I like Ultim, man.
I don't.
Handful.
Actually, hey, I'm gonna go get some.
But it's like Scott says on my vlog. I don't know if I included it for sure, but I did. He's talking about how subjective mods are. How someone might like Ultim, someone might like Polish, someone might like 3D, someone might like some metal. I mean, it's very subjective.
You know what? Here's the thing for me. Like, this is, and forgive me for saying, but like, I used to get a mod a week. You know what I mean? Now, this does the same thing as a $5,000 Frankie. The point of it, we like to vape. Right? I like to vape. That's all I like to do. Whether it's with this or a $5,000 Frankie, it does the same thing for me. So I'm an Addy guy. I get every Addy that's known to man.
Me too.
But as far as mods go, I gotta say I'm a Limelight guy. I love the people behind them. I love the way they treat their customers, and the mods are great, especially with the new RAM, the new things they got coming. I mean, it's all I need.
I mean, I love my Limelight. It felt great in the hand, but my issues. I won't go into it. But Brandon Olivar has that mod now, and I hope it's getting taken care of for him.
Yeah, it's just my feeling on it. That's all.
Yeah, my issue wasn't with Limelight themselves.
Uh-oh.
One thing I learned that I did at the Vape Expo that I didn't know, because I don't own MOSFETs. I just like mechanical, but this is a MOSFET, and I was standing next to Todd with this thing, and we were talking about it, and he told me to unscrew my atomizer every night because he said he said there's about a 1% chance that thing will just start firing on its own in the middle of the night. He's like 99% of the time it doesn't happen, but it's happened to him with MOSFETs where when he leaves his Addy screwed in, that his mods will auto fire.
Really?
I've seen that. If you look at GK Vapes has a video on MOSFETs, and it's like talking about how that could happen and how some of them aren't really as protected as you think and stuff like that. And I don't know.
Or take the battery out.
Yeah. I just started unscrewing the Addy. It's still the MOSFET.
Smart. Makes sense. Makes sense.
The other thing is you can. Oh, I think someone just said it in chat too. But like with the spade, you can unscrew the contact, right? And shouldn't that do the same thing?
Well, that's not MOSFET though. That's regulated. So you know.
Oh, don't the mechs come with the little thing like that?
Not all.
Yeah, the mechs. The mech spade isn't a MOSFET. MOSFET's just a regulated switch that at a certain amperage it won't fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all of you guys like mech mods for the most part then, right? Because I think I'm the only one here that really likes regulated mods.
Well, I like regulateds more now. At this
point, you've said, I think we've talked about that in the past that you do. I feel like for me the regulated. Well, I'm about to pick up my first mech mod, so I guess I'll tell you what I like more.
What are you getting?
Future shows. GK sent me his handmade ones. He made like a set of them, and I picked one up off him, and he sent it to me, and I'm gonna review it. But it's my first one. It's just a stab wood mech.
Oh, so it's a box mod. It's not a tube.
No, box mod. Yep.
Right on.
Yep.
Oh.
Don't know how I'm gonna feel about it yet, but I guess.
Well, I mean, like I always say, like I'm a mech guy 100%, but in all honesty, you can never dial in your vape as good as on a regulated.
Right.
I mean, when you can dial a 0.2 of a watts, I mean, you can dial in the perfect vape. I mean,
yes, that's true. Yep.
I don't think that can be debated. I
don't know if you can see it, but like on here, you can, I'm down. I could go to 31.9, 31.8.
Yep. Honestly, between you and I've had regulateds. I had a SVA Penguin, and honestly, I never used the 0.1 increments anyway. I put that thing right on each drive and set it to where it adjusted in 1 watt increments.
SVA is kind of like the regulated Frankenskull because their mods go for like outrageous prices.
Yeah, they were at the show. They were out of my price range. I'm kind of like Pal. It's about $400 that I'll kind of stop at for a
John
mod.
Maddox, actually, he had a chubby for that Kimberly. I know he was looking at it, and he grabbed one.
I want a mod dog for some reason.
No, actually, I like them, man.
That's how this came.
They're out of Columbus.
I had to put it together.
God, what, a Pulsar?
Yeah.
I can get you
that one.
Yeah, I was looking at, like, for something about that Squonker. I like it. Like, I don't know, it's really basic.
And the new ones are even nicer.
I thought you were talking about Steam Bully. You guys ever seen that? Steam Bully?
Steam Bully and what's the other one? Steam Rabbit. They have a thing going against each other.
I like how Steam Bully stuff looks. Yeah. What is it? What do they got? Like a
Brian Freeney you're a cloud chucker. He says I vape 8.4 to the dome.
Yeah, Steam Bully and Steam Rabbit, the originals, are the same exact mod. It's just one has a bulldog on the front and the other has a rabbit. They're the same exact mod.
Who came out first, do you know?
Steam Rabbit was out first.
Yeah.
Someone.
I don't know. I like how
Steam. There's Steam tuners. There's Steam engine. There's a lot of Steam going around, man.
So much Steam, man.
A lot of fucking Steam.
Anthony, shoot me a message after the show tonight or tomorrow.
Wait, can you get the lizard mods? I didn't know that. I want one.
I don't know, but I could try.
And
wait a second, I don't even know what a lizard mod is.
Hey, I have a lizard mod.
The Maverick, though, yeah, I'm pretty sure the Maverick, yeah, that should be a go.
The Maverick, dude, yes. That Fictitious had me all set up with one.
Eric.
I got cold feet like a bitch, and then when I tried to buy it was gone.
We ran a list in the group. We've been waiting for like 7 weeks now, I want to say. But they're coming in soon. I'll put you guys in touch with the guy who ran the list, Chris Jarnigan. I'm sure he can add whatever he wants to on the list at this point.
their machining just looks out of this world. I don't own anything from Hellfire, but I mean, just from watching videos, I mean,
they take forever though.
Yeah.
It's because I think
Yeah,
they pre-order everything to fund the production.
Yep.
So,
but isn't that kind of like robbing Peter to pay Paul? What if most of these people back out on it?
It's the same thing. Same thing with Proteus. They do the same thing.
They take forever too.
3-4 months. You're looking at.
Damn.
What about?
That's why people did lists for that new Fire RDA.
Oh yeah, that thing got off.
They did it months ago, but until I was told that they were ready, that's when I ran it.
Yeah, because they were running those group buys back in fucking August.
That's what I mean, and we ran ours last week, and I'll have them next week.
Hey Eric, just you can actually message the people at Lizard, and they'll send you one, man. Like
Really?
that's what I did at least. I can give you the guy's name. That's who I messaged, and I got one. So
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been
Definitely pass that on to me too.
Do any of you guys have the new Bonza mech?
No.
Nope.
No,
Not yet. I
want to
wish.
get that.
I wish Bogan was at the show, man. Sam is cool as fuck.
Dude, he's been working on that thing for he's been working on that mech mod for over a year. Like,
yeah, but you know what? Somebody said that about what Mike and Tony, that Mike puts out a lot more. But being honest, me knowing Tony personally, Tony vets the shit out of everything that has his name on it. And he will send it back for the slightest little. But that's why it takes him so long to get his shit out.
He was saying that the new Pulse mod, the dual battery, was supposed to be out months ago, but there were so many problems with the first prototypes that, in terms of the manufacturing, that he was like, nope, you got to fix this. This. He said it was supposed to be out around the time this came out. So
that's probably why Mike left Vandy Vape.
We ain't gonna get into that right now. Anyway,
yeah, but I was trying to figure out what the deal was with that, because Mike was with Vandy Vape, then he jumped, he went to Hellfire, then he and then he went to Watofo, then he went back.
He's smart. He's like the Jay-Z of reviewers, man. He's like, fuck getting tied to one company. I'm gonna make something with everybody.
It's because the limitation isn't the reviewer I've got 10 designs laying around, right? So the limitation is how much the company can put out at once. So instead of having to wait for the company to catch up to his designs, he's going to multiple companies with different designs saying, hey, let's do this. Hey, let's do this. Hey, let's do this.
Oh, that's a good idea, man.
Yeah, I think it's genius.
Yeah. Some companies market way better than other companies. I mean, some guys, they pick companies like Blitz or something, and they don't sell any RDAs because they don't advertise. They don't at all.
Yeah, and Tony's situation with Vandy Vape, he's like their flagship guy, so he's probably got little issue with getting them to make his products quickly. But Mike went there after Tony, right? Or was Tony first?
No, Tony was there first.
So they were already like on Tony. So I could totally understand how Mike didn't have as great of an experience, because they had been working with Tony. That Tony had built that rapport, that relationship, and Mike comes in and probably could have potentially felt like a second fiddle. And just like TVP did to Suck My Mod with the Blitz shit, he was like, they aren't even fucking trying to fix my shit. They straight up told him they were too worried about Matt's device.
Yeah.
Hey, man, that's Chinese companies, man.
Yeah, exactly. They don't give a fuck about the review.
They want the money, man. They want that name on it, and they want their money, man.
Yep. And reviewers are really quick to sign their name on something, and then they don't get any money.
That goes back to, supporting smaller mod makers too, man, just because it's I don't know. I guess it just isn't like that when you're trying to make a very great product with just you behind your thing. No big company, just yourself,
Yeah,
that's why I didn't go with anybody big name with my Addy design. And that was taken to John Frosch over at Price is Right, and he knew someone, and it's already being put into a CAD design. We should have a prototype within the next month or two.
Yes, in chats, Swamp Squawk Mike said Wotofo is cool, and I agree. Like this year, I think Wotofo products, I think they killed it.
The corner.
Yeah, I think like the recurve and the recurve squonker, and I didn't get the profile, but I heard that's pretty badass.
It was, and I hate mesh, and that was.
My problem with Wotofo last year was before they turned this corner. What Mike was. And I don't mean this against Matt at Suck My Mod. Matt's a great guy, nicest guy. But all of the devices that Wotofo made with his name on it were designed for his style of vaping. There was no generalized thing, you know. And I think that's kind of what got them caught up. Why they didn't sell as good as they thought they were.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm getting ready to do a review on the Goon 25, and like. I'm calling a ban on any more goons.
Thank you. Go watch my review on it, dude. I was hot. I was heated because I'm like, it's the same fucking thing that you've done every other time.
That's why I didn't pick it up, man.
I was laughing when you said that.
The only reason you would get one is because, well, in my opinion, I think 25s look much better on a tube. 24s look small on a tube. But other than that, like it vapes the same as every... The LP, it does have a little better flavor, but it's the same as every.
Well, they're just running off the name, man. They want to sell, you know.
There's no differences. There's never a difference.
And
they're gonna ride that. They're gonna ride that bitch till the wheels fall off.
Well, I don't know if you guys seen on Instagram. There was like a controversy about that RDA.
Yeah, I saw that someone else designed it, and
and they were taking the credit.
And that someone else like sent them a thing and said, "Look, you guys should do a 25 version like this," and then they fucking just.
But then again, it is like exactly the same as the other one, so it's like.
But there's no intellectual property.
What exactly did you take credit for?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, 1 millimeter.
Yeah, and in what the insert that's in the top that makes no difference probably.
And you still have shitty posts. Like I don't know what it is with 528, but they make like a pretty solid RDA, and then they're like, okay, let's put the dumbest fucking post system in possible.
Oh, especially for the LP, man. The LP's original posts were like, what the fuck are you thinking, man?
Those are the worst.
The worst.
I will say that Ultim did help with heat a little bit. I didn't notice it getting as hot, but
it looks dope.
It does look cool too, yeah. And aesthetically, the RDA is gorgeous in my opinion. But
hey, that actually dates where I started vaping because the Goon was popular. Very popular when I started vaping originally, and shops around me had those, and that was like the thing to get.
Dude, the Goon was the top of the line for like 4 years.
Yes, and it was expensive as hell. And for what it was back then, it was expensive.
I got those guys are from Jersey. They're from like 30 minutes away.
Yeah.
I got the Goon way after it was really, really, popular. But when I first switched to rebuilding, everybody was like, learn on the Goon. It's pretty easy to learn on.
Yeah.
And then the next RDA I got, actually, the Phoenix Phoenix was out of the Dead Rabbit because it had sold out very quick. And they had this other, this other one from some no-name company that was actually very similar to the Dead Rabbit that I got. And I actually loved that thing. And then the one that really got me stuck on rebuilding, though, was my third one, which was the Drop. And the Drop had not been out for very long. I haven't been rebuilding for that long at all. Only about a year, about a year. I've been vaping forever, on and off since 2012. But, steady vaping and only vaping with no cigarettes for about 3 years.
See, the first thing for me was...
thank Goon for, the only thing, and I loved Goon, the only thing I can thank them for is they got me into squonking. And the reason why was... I entered a contest. I used to be a moderator for Lost Art Life, and I won a gold number 30 Lost Art Goon.
Those things were hype city, man.
Dude, I sold that thing for $300 towards it, and that's what bought my SP.
I still have the green one, the green Lost Art Goon.
The gold one that I had was from the original release when there was just the gold ones. That was it.
That's pretty cool. I know that, the first RDA that I really liked was the Goon 22, and it's because you could do single coil on it, and it was actually a decent single coil. But you know, the avocado for me was probably the essential starter thing.
Oh,
is
shit.
what I started
still
on.
have an avocado 24 right here.
Yeah,
So do I. I got one
Love that.
upstairs.
Love that
my
thing.
favorite.
Mhm.
Yep. That's one
And
of the
it
best
didn't have
ones.
a domed fucking cap. It,
Hey,
didn't,
man.
it was just
Yeah.
a straight cap.
Hey man, you got them conspiracy theorists out there.
All
I
right.
don't even remember what my first RDA was. Like, it was either, God, what was it? I think it was a Stellaire. I think it was a
Still there.
Yeah, I think it was a Stellaire. Like, it was either a Stellaire or like a tri-post Asmodus, like 22 millimeter with some type of screw that held the top cap down. It was fucking crazy.
I can't say nothing because I had an old Still Air and it was on top of a Nemesis mod.
You remember how expensive they were though? Like, that's why I don't mind buying high end, because back in 2012, 2013, 2014, like every RDA was $50 to $80. Like they
Yes.
all
Dude, I dropped almost $250 for that freaking Nemesis mod.
the mods
that
were
dude mod,
crazy expensive. They were all $200, man. The cheap shit, like my IPv1 was like $200, and the RDA.
Remember when Tugboat was considered high end?
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
I had the IPv2. That thing was actually a pretty decent mod back then, but then they went to shit, man.
Yeah, I had the 2, and then I still have the 3. The 3 still actually works, but those the 1 and 2, like, they broke eventually. But I had the 35 watt and the 50 watt, and I think the third one went to 100 watts.
They're coming out with a new one that looks pretty decent. They gave us one to demo for the shop to decide if we want to bring it in, but it's still pre-release. But they gave us one of the protos to try. And
How can you be like one of the best and then go to like shit?
I'll
Like,
bring back memories for Pal. Chad,
Yeah.
you remember this thing?
What is that? That looks really nice. No, the cherry bomb.
The original Cherry Bomber.
Yeah,
That's
those
from
are,
the Philippines, man.
those are expensive as fuck. Those are really expensive.
Mine's still sitting here. It still works, but I'll never build it.
Is it super heavy?
Yeah, it's heavy as hell. It's solid aluminum.
Yeah, those things are crazy,
That
man.
thing.
So
Wait.
here's the thing. I got to meet my girlfriend for dinner in 20 minutes.
Get out of
And-
here.
It's always you. It's always you.
Well,
Oh,
it's
man.
because I'm the one who runs the back end. Don't worry. I told Chad
always
today
you.
I'm going to do a class and Chad and Steve are going to come, and I'm going to teach you guys how to fucking run OBS. Deal?
Yeah, how to run Zoom.
And how to
OBS
run
Nano. Hey,
Look at
OBS
that.
Nano engine.
No, OBS is the program I use to do the graphics and to be able to take Zoom and connect it with YouTube. Although there's ways to do it with Zoom directly, but I like this better. But
Well,
Yeah.
I'll come to your class, Professor Eric.
all right,
Good, because I want to do a live stream and get Fictitious on.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be cool to have on.
And
Oh, hell yeah.
And what was his name? Skizzlewitz, the guy with the forks. We should get that
Oh.
guy too.
Gizzard.
Yeah.
Gizzard.
Yeah.
Gizzard.
All
yeah.
right. So people want to do their sign-offs.
Hey man, let's let the guests go first.
Peace.
Thank
Nice.
No, everybody listen. It's not Squonk America. Get in Squonk America, because listen, it's not just squonking. If you guys are new, you want something different that maybe a shop would have, you don't want to go to a shop, hit me up. It doesn't have to be listed in the group to be able to get it. So anything you guys need, as always.
And he needs
Hey,
it.
I back that.
Yeah. As you see us both basically say that at the exact same time.
Yeah, anything at all.
And Bill
Anything.
would have too if he wasn't taking a vape. So
Yeah.
I'm
All
gonna
right,
buy some
boys.
stuff from you. That's for sure.
Huh?
I'm gonna buy some stuff from you, man. That's for sure.
Yeah, dude, hit me anything you need. Hit me up. Anything you see or anything you don't see, hit me up
Man.
anyway.
Maverick.
Yeah, hit me up tomorrow morning, dude. I'll get to my guy, to Chris, and I'll see if I can get you on there.
Okay, thanks, man.
Yeah, dude, no doubt.
all right, Chad, you
Sick
want to
boy,
take it?
yeah, sick boy. We got to talk, man. You live near, yeah.
Sick Boy's cool as fuck. Thank you for having me on the show, guys. It was cool to meet Mr. Politician over there and the crew at the expo. And I don't know, man, it's just cool meeting everybody, and then also, you know, talking to everyone in chat, you know, like Fictitious and Sick Boy and just everyone new, you know. So I just appreciate everybody, man. Everyone's been really cool, and I just
It was
thank
good meeting you, Chad, officially.
yeah, you guys are fucking awesome, and thank you for having me on. I appreciate it, and thank you everyone in chat and everything. It's been very cool.
Yeah, man.
You guys are chill, man. I like it. You guys are
just smooth sailing. It's no drama.
It, man.
No drama here.
It's all that CBD, man.
And we should have
we should have a drama one though. Like talk about all the drama going on. I think that would be a good conversation.
Hey, Scott, you got to be on our first one. I propose that we start a new segment just for like 15 minutes, kind of like the whole My Gears, and just everybody talk about what fucking pisses them off about squonking or the vaping community, kind of like waffle groups.
I think that would be great. I think that would be a great way. That might go on for 6 hours though. So
Flathead grub screws. Fuck those
things. Yeah. I agree with that, pal.
Yeah.
And Rebel.
And Rebel. And Ginger Vapor.
And the Rid Squonk. The one that came with the fucking wire in it.
Yeah. Wait, real quick. So when I was telling you earlier that Larry Miller, that he like, I send all the stuff to him to see that the machine, because I'm no engineer or anything, and I send this stuff to him. So there was an RDA that came from a guy who I'm not even going to mention his name, but he made the shittiest mod ever. And Alan Orphan ran.
Oh, fuck him.
Way back when. So I get the RDA.
Wait, was it Simplicity Mods?
No.
No, that's Sean.
It's unknown. It's the same dude that made those fanny packs that we never did.
Oh.
But anyway, wait. So I sent it to Larry, right? Because it looked good. The deck looked nice. Everything, it really did look nice. He sends it to me, and he sends me a video. And he's like, Scott, the positive contact moves.
Oh.
Poorest design. This is the worst flaw you can have. So he has it hooked up to an ohm reader, and he takes his finger or a little screwdriver and ever so slightly hits the positive, and it moves. It goes from a 0.7 to a 3.6.
Oh,
what?
Instantly. That's
You're
dangerous.
lucky it's not fucking arcing inside there.
Yeah, as I said, that's dangerous, man.
Dangerous, but that's why I sent it to him. That, you know what I mean? That's the reason, and for that reason, we're not going to sell it. So
sounds like DJ LSB, man. He does that kind of testing and shit.
Yeah,
it's amazing. It's so incredibly useful, and anything Larry needs, man, I'll get that guy anything. He's amazing.
So, who's doing their sign off next? Is Bill there? Bill's just being still. Never mind. I thought he was Robo Bill.
I'm here. I'm just quiet. I'm reading.
Usually he's paused like this.
Dunzo.
I guess I'll do my sign off. For those of you in the chat who are not subscribed to Chad's channel over there, make sure you go and do it. It's actually pretty surreal for me because I watched the two guys next to me, or at least they're next to me on my screen, before I ever started making reviews. So it's badass to be doing a live stream with them. So cool shit. And Scott,
don't make me blush, man.
Oh yeah, Scott for real is the man. He'll fuck with you a little bit if you ask for a favor to make you feel guilty, but he's not actually mad. I promise you, he's not actually mad.
Because he's from fucking Jersey.
Yeah.
New York, dickhead.
Oh, and that's a sin.
Don't put those two things.
Wow, I've never seen anybody intentionally put themselves down before.
Fighting
This rivalry, man.
Fighting words. You call me from Jersey.
But also subscribe to Steve if you're here and you came because Chad's a guest or because Scott's a guest and you haven't subscribed to Steve, then it's really easy for you to subscribe.
Because you're already here.
And if you're interested in seeing me make a fool of myself while trying to review product, you can go to youtube.com/Phoenix Vapor. It should be right under me. Yeah, and Bill, well, Bill's trying to get to 100 subscribers.
I got 16 more members I need to get to 100.
And then you can actually have a personal YouTube URL.
Personal review from Saul Goodman.
There, man.
And he sounds like Saul Goodman. Yep. And he'll do impersonations.
At youtube.com.
He'll impersonate Saul for you if you ask him. So you got to ask nicely, though. Got to ask nicely. Anyway,
16 more people.
Thank you, Steve and Scott, and Bill and Chad. Y'all are some cool motherfuckers. It was a fun night, and can't wait for next week. But Scott has taken the open invitation to come whenever he wants, and the same goes out to you, Chad. So, yeah.
Thank you, guys. It was fucking awesome, man.
You guys are chill. I love
Good
it.
to meet you, Chad.
Nice to meet you, man. I'll be talking to you for sure.
Hell yeah, man. Hit me anytime.
And Mountaineer, man, your channel's badass, dude. When I do the C-roll, I'm gonna link because since you did a review on that, but I watched one of your reviews a long time ago. It was on some high-end single, and then Fictitious and me were talking about the Tiny, and then he sent me a link to your review. And I was like, I know that dude. Well, I don't know that dude, but I that dude before.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a cool channel, man. You do a lot of really nice stuff. Really nice.
Thanks,
stuff.
man. Yeah.
Oh, Steve, also, your full sample kit of Wick Liquor is on its way.
Thank you, man. I can't wait to try that. If it's as good as this, man, I can't wait for that.
It is.
Oh,
Bill Fictitious is going to subscribe to you. So
thank you, Fictitious. That's greatly appreciated. I'm going to start turning out videos now that I got a couple of new mods on the way and new addies. So I'll start churning them out.
So Steve and Bill, you got your sign-offs?
Yeah, Bill, you can go first, man.
Yeah, while I'm still connected for some
I'll go
reason,
last.
Sucks tonight. It's the wind. We got a windstorm going on. Scott, you guys got out of here just in time. It's been 50 degrees here all day today.
Yeah, I got my beanie on, man.
Oh, come on, man. It's like 30 degrees here.
Hey, Bill,
I'm in the desert.
Yeah,
Bill,
50
what's the
degrees
name
in
of
the
your
desert.
channel, dude?
What was that?
What's the name of your channel?
Cooper's Vaping View.
That's what I thought.
He's got like one video though right now.
2 videos. Two
videos.
But yeah, Cooper's Vaping View, sign on. I just want to say the highlight of my 2018 was actually getting to hang out with Scott, Eric, Tony over at PT's place here in Vegas. It was definitely a highlight. It was awesome. The guys were phenomenal, you know, and it was just so chill, even though Tony ate all my fucking tater tots.
Those tater tots were good.
They were killer. But yeah, definitely if you can, give me a like, give me a subscribe. Let me get my my own link. Other than next week.
Till next week.
Well, all right. I do want to thank Scott for being here. Thank you, and Mr. William, and Mr. Powell, and I guess Eric, and Eric.
Yeah.
And yeah, I want to thank everybody who was in the chat. I thank you guys for coming here. And if you could go check out Squonk America if you haven't already. If you want to go check out Cooper's Vaping View, Mr. Powell himself, go. If you're, well, not here for him already.
Squonk America.
Squonk America. And, check out Eric at, he's the vaping politician himself. But yeah, I do thank you guys. And I guess we'll do it again. I hope you guys come back. It was awesome to have you guys here. And thank you guys.
Thank you.
See you guys later, man. Have a good week.
Have a good night.